interesting. The two communities that are a massive problem for the left, and not just the left, but the sort of these people in these high positions, is the Hindu community and the Jewish community. So I've done a lot of work with both in terms of the similarities they both have, which is a lot of them are generally quite adaptive. A lot of them generally get on with their day-to-day life. It's not, although they pray at home or pray in their place of worship, they adapt on a very good scale in this country, and they're some of the most successful people in this country. So they on average do better in almost every single example you can think of in this country, whether it's education, whether it's jobs, whether it's least likely to go to jail. You can almost find any parameter. Hindus and Jews will outperform Christians or white Christians in this country. So for the left, that is a massive problem, because for them that kind of gets rid of the idea of critical race theory. It gets rid of the idea that this country is institutionally racist or systemically racist. It gets rid of the concept that they need a helping hand. So that's why, in my opinion, what you'll see with the coverage of both Israel and India, where there are, the large portion of Jews and Hindus in their respective countries, the media coverage of those countries will always be largely negative, because they know that these are two groups of people that you cannot tie down to this. They are racially being punished, and I think that's why for them these two races cause a problem in terms of their metrics, whereas the other communities don't necessarily have that issue with, so they can play the sympathy card. They can play, we're here to save you, we're here to help you, this kind of moral virtuous thing that we talked about earlier, and I think that's another part of it. But I think, again, a massive focus talking, when BLM, those riots were happening in this country, of something that happened in America, everyone wanted to talk about the impact of the problem with white people and the way they treat black people in this country. No one wanted to look at some of the deeper lying issues. They didn't want to look at the fact that Black Caribbean children in this country are the highest group of people that are raised by a single parent, between over 60%, and they suffer because of this. The community with one of the lowest single parent households is the British Indian community, between 6 to 8%. And on the scale wise, they perform very well. They outperform British white people. It's more than just race. It's more than just even the parent. I think that plays a massive role. But I think there's some really, if you actually really dig a bit deeper and we really look at culturally what goes on, there's such stark differences, and I think BLM should have highlighted that, and it should have highlighted that fact that Black African community does a lot better than a Black Caribbean community. There's a reason why Black Nigerians are doing very well in this country. So are Black Ghanaians. There's so much more to it. But again, it's not the fashionable thing to talk about. It's not socially trendy. It's a lot easier to post a black box on Instagram, Twitter, and to have a Black month, history month or whatever, rather than sitting there saying, you know what, why don't we look at why certain communities within the Black community are doing better and some are doing worse? Why is it other ethnic groups are doing, what can we learn from this? There's so much more. Instead, the easy cop-out is doing what Greta Thunberg does, which is posting the more socially trendy things.
I think what you've just said, you've just blown apart the whole of DEI, the whole of the diversity training, all of that stuff, just blown apart by what you've just said. I mean, the fact that Black Africans